Hello and welcome to Sidney High School as we get set for Sidney High School boys basketball between the Sidney Yellow Jackets and the Vandalia Butler Aviators. My name is Greg Burning. I'll be joined shortly by Dave Helmstetter. The Sidney Yellow Jackets come in with a 3-1 record off a solid win this past Saturday, defeating Lebanon 56-52. Had a nice season so far to start off their year, getting some good balanced scoring under Coach Andy Slaughter. So looking for a good game out of them tonight. On the other side of the court will be the Butler Aviators. The Aviators off to a little tougher start. They're 1-2 overall so far on the season, just averaging 55 points a game. So the Aviators looking to come out and compete with Sidney. They're going to have to score a few more points, I think, to win this ball game tonight, but should be a very good G-Walk matchup. So come on back and join us. We'll be back with the opening lineups and the tip. You're watching high school boys basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's. And never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
If you want to save 70% on your heating, cooling, and hot water costs, the answer is right under your feet. Let New Knoxville Supply install a water furnace geothermal system and use the natural temperature from the earth for a more constant temperature in your home. Also ask about our new Symphony home management system. Control temperatures, track energy usage, and receive safety alerts for everything, including your sump pump. All from anywhere, anytime. Now is the time to calculate your savings at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome to Sidney High School in the game tonight between the Sidney Yellow Jackets and Vandalia Butler. Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me, Greg Burning. And a near-capacity crowd here in Sidney. A little bit of enthusiasm, Greg, for the Yellow Jackets, off to a 3-1 start.
Absolutely. A nice crowd, as you mentioned in the beginning. Very nice balanced scoring so far this year, as Coach Slaughter mentioned. And they've got had 4 guys with 9 points or better in their last win against Lebanon, and they won 58-52.
They're introducing the starting lineups here at the current time, and one of the factors for the Yellow Jackets this year, and it's been brought out, and we talked a little bit about it before the game, how well they play together, if they can, and how well they mesh, and what that means. And obviously here in the early going after 4 games, it's been a positive.
Yeah, and they got a lot of guys that have played at this level. McNeil came back from last year. Taborn, I believe, has started since his freshman year. Gallimore is returning a starter. So they return a lot of guys that are familiar with playing with each other. But as you mentioned, they can share the ball. It'll make it all better. The points are out there. They just got to share it, distribute it, and take advantage of who has the better matchup each night. And
I know one of the things that Coach Slaughter talked about in preseason, defense. Also very important that they play team defense.
Oh yeah, I mean, anytime you can score, the best part of that is that you got to stop the other team, right? So if they can provide that, they'll have a very good season. Like I said, they got a nice returning group and a lot of depth, I would say, necessarily, even down their bench. They've scored up and down with their bench coming in as well, so should be a good matchup here tonight. And
we're just a moment away from the opening tip-off and our keys to the game, Greg.
Yeah, for Vandalia, on the other side, they've struggled scoring points. They only average 55 points a game. They're not a big team as you see them out on the floor, so the other part for them is going to be rebounding, controlling the glass.
And Vandalia Butler will control the opening tip, and we're underway here at Sidney High School. Vandalia Butler and Sidney doing battle. Off the glass. Jump shot by Zach Ledbetter, and it goes in, and he will be fouled.
Ledbetter is their leading scorer, averages 15 points a game. First foul there is on Gallimore for the Yellow Jackets.
Ledbetter, a 6'4" forward. He'll step to the line and make it a 3-point play. So in the first 14 seconds of play, Vandalia Butler up on top 3-0.
You see them immediately come out playing a 2-3 zone. if there is I want to say a weakness, but maybe something that Sidney's not great at, 3-point shooting for them has been a little up and down. There are a couple guys that don't do too bad. Again, early on in the season, as Gallimore knocks it down.
Cameron Gallimore with the 3, and we're tied at 3.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. It's early in the season. Stats tough to read at this point because you have one bad game and it's going to throw your stats all off.
Ledbetter with the basketball. Top of the key. Fletcher with the short jump shot. And the Aviators go back up on top.
Yeah, and I mentioned the stats. Vandalia not showing that 55-point-a-game average that has come down and scored in the first 2 shots.
Back out to the top of the key, and McNeil as they look at that 2-3 zone. McNeil down the lane. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Ballard. He'll bring it up court for Butler. Fletcher down the lane, takes the extra step. And that'll be a Butler turnover.
A nice idea there by Fletcher. Good defensive help by Sidney. Got to be a good sign there for Coach Slaughter. That's what he's wanting to see, is his team buying to both sides of the floor.
And the Yellow Jackets will be patient against the zone defense. Gallimore to McNeil. Gordon, number 20, in the other wing spot.
Vandalia, not a lot of movement in this zone. You know, they're really just packing it in and daring Sidney to go inside.
Taborn makes a baseline move, but the shot is short, and the rebound comes down to Butler and Fields. Ballard will set it up. Fields inside. Ledbetter, nice move to the hoop.
You definitely tell why he's the leading scorer for Vandalia. Smooth around the basket, good finish.
Nice move all the way around. McNeil, top of the key, tries to get it inside, but it's tipped away. Aviators, Fletcher over to Ballard, and it's a 9-3 start for Butler. Gallimore, top of the key, back over to Gordon. McNeil looks inside. 3-point shot by Gallimore, no good, and Fletcher will have the rebound for the Aviators.
And you can tell Vandalia's key. You know, they're daring Sidney to shoot from the outside of the perimeter. They're packing it in big time and just letting them basically shoot the 3-pointers. Thus far, worked out very well for them.
Nice cut across the basket, and Jenkins, their 6'5" center, connects, and we've got a timeout. Sidney takes the timeout to score. Vandalia Butler 11, Sidney 3. We'll be back right after this.
Your employees are your most valuable asset. Protect them by stopping copier violence. 4U Office provides a full line of quality printers and copiers that keeps your team working efficiently and safely.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and now New Bremen.
Sidney takes a much-needed timeout in their attack against this zone defense for Vandalia Butler. They've got to approach it just a little bit differently.
Yeah, there's a good way to start. Get the ball right in the Taborn. Nice finish.
Yep, Taborn puts it in. Nice move, and they approach it, and the timeout pays off, and it's a 6-point difference with Vandalia Butler in the lead. Ballard over to Fletcher. Fletcher, Jenkins. Fletcher kicks it back out to Ballard for three, in and out. And ball's tipped out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets, and I believe it's going to go off Andre Gordon. Ballard will inbound the basketball underneath his basket. Inside pass, Jenkins, and he hits. And
somebody lost their man there.
Butler's not missing too often, are they, Greg?
That's right. He was wide open. And you mentioned the offensive end, and Sidney's going to get another look here. They got some needed penetration on their last possession. I thought they were going to catch a break as it looked like that ball fell off of, I believe, Ledbetter, but they gave it back to the Aviators.
Yeah, they made the necessary penetration inside to get a good shot. And they turn it over. Butler with the basketball. Up court is Ballard, and he stepped on the line. That'll be an Aviator turnover, and Sidney will have a chance. With 3:46 to go here in the first quarter, and the Aviators doing a nice job from the field, and Sidney seeking to solve this zone defense. Taborn, 15-footer, shot no good. Rebounded McNeil inside. Shot blocked there by Fields, and Butler will have the basketball.
You know, Sidney's getting some decent shots, but coaches will tell you every time when you're playing against the zone, is good steal there by McNeil, is you can't do it after one pass, and that's what Sidney's been doing, right? One or two passes, a guy shoots the ball. You need to reverse the ball, get a little penetration, get it to a high post guy. They did it earlier. Taborn got a really nice look inside off of a couple looks and just really break down, make that zone move. And right now you can see them. They're just standing, the defense that is.
McNeil with it, top of the key. Gallimore back to McNeil. Tipped out of bounds there by Torrin Fletcher. Well, I guess they say it didn't go off of him. So that'll be a Sidney turnover. And
yeah, they caught McNeil's hand, I think, on that pass across court. Just not a good flow offensively. The zone doing its job so far. Sidney needing to find an answer.
Butler with the offense, and Ledbetter takes it to the hoop. He'll tip it back in. It's picked up by Gordon. Gordon to McNeil. McNeil back to Gordon. Gordon's going to fire the three. It's off target, and the rebound underneath comes down to Aaron Fields for Butler.
Yeah, one shot and out for Sidney, and a quick shot again, as we mentioned. That zone making the patience very tough to come by for Sidney.
Ledbetter, top of the key. He's the Aviators' leading scorer. Fletcher gets it to Fields. Ledbetter into the lane. This is what he likes to do. Nice defense there by Sidney. Let's see if that means something on the offensive end. Gordon will take it to the hoop. Beautiful short jump shot, and Sidney narrows the lead to 6.
And much needed turnover basically there for Sidney as they get the block in the lane and the up tempo by Gordon. Gets him right back in this ball game.
Jenkins, he'll try to drive the lane. Left-handed shot, no good. Rebounded by Taborn and off his hands. Substitute for Sidney coming into the game. Isaiah Bowser will come in. Trey Sanders, number 43, in the lineup for Butler. Ballard inbounds it to Fletcher. Down low to the newcomer into the lineup, number 43, Sanders, shot off balance, and here comes Sidney. Chance to cut into the Butler lead. Gordon, he'll try and set it up. Back outside, jump shot no good as Gallimore shot off target, but Gallimore gets the rebound. Gordon sets it up. He'll take the three. He hits the shot.
They got a nice rhythm off of that offensive rebound. You see Sidney making that first pass, that second pass. You feel like it's that third and the fourth they really need to make, and they're just not really going that next step. That zone's making them pretty antsy on offense.
Fletcher's shot is blocked. Taborn rebound. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Trying to get it up tempo. But they'll turn it over. Had a chance to cut further into that 3-point Butler lead as we're 35 seconds left here in the first quarter of basketball.
On the good side, Sidney's defense has definitely done a much better job. They got a couple nice blocks the last couple possessions.
3-point shot by Torrin Fletcher, 5'11" guard.
He's the number 2 scorer for the Aviators, averages 10 points a game.
Watch the clock as Gordon has the basketball. He'll move to the lane. He'll take the 3.
Heat check. Still hot.
Gordon's on. Turnover. Last second shot. Oh, and he hits the front of the iron. Exciting first quarter of basketball. Vandalia Butler holds a 3-point lead at 16-13. We'll be back with more basketball right after this.
There's a lot of early mornings that go into 40 years of service, a lot of miles on these tires, and millions of pounds of cargo have traveled in these trailers. It's about dependable service, the kind of service that shows up 30 minutes early every time, that gets your products, cargo, and business from point A to point B safely, quickly, and efficiently. We are St. Mary's Trucking, traveling the roads of commerce in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky. Men and women who produce the solutions that make your business grow, because the most important thing to them is you.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler, with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community, with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Second quarter of basketball is underway, and Sidney trails by 3, but they have the basketball. And they try to work against the zone defense of Vandalia. Jump shot from the outside is off target by Alex Gordon. It'll be a turnover on Butler. Torrin Fletcher.
The defense for Sidney's definitely picked up. Halfway through that first quarter, coach took that timeout.
Yep. Ever since the timeout, they seem to get into a much better flow of things.
Yep.
Andre Gordon with the basketball. Looks for Taborn, but it's taken away. Jenkins with the steal, and Ballard will bring it up court for Vandalia. They'll run a set play. Fields on the floor. Shot no good. Rebounded by Alex Gordon. Bowser gets it to Gordon. Back over to Bowser. Penetrates the lane. Gallimore. Guilty of the turnover.
That's the look they're looking for, right? They had it. Couple passes, good penetration. They get that one guy cut into the basket. They'll get a layup on that possession.
Now they're going to put a little pressure on Butler here. And Vandalia Butler manages to break the press. Ledbetter turnaround. They'll call a blocking foul.
Foul's on number 21, Alec Gordon. His first. Just the second foul. Been a pretty good game thus far, knock on wood. Foul, just 2 fouls called so far in the ballgame.
Keeps the game moving as Jenkins will step to the line. Brian Jenkins, 6'5" center. Say we have a 30-second timeout for Sidney, and our score, Vandalia Butler 16, Sidney 13. We'll be back right after this.
Moeller Trucking is an experienced family-owned and operated company that's been in business for over 30 years. We have a full-service fleet with top-of-the-line equipment, serving many nationally recognized clients. We are currently looking for experienced, hard-working, over-the-road drivers that will secure our low 10% turnover rate. We offer great pay, great benefits, frequent home time, and flexible requested time off. Our way of saying thanks to our remarkable employees. We work with you, so you can work with us.
Sidney takes the short timeout, and at the free throw line for his second toss will be Brian Jenkins, a 6'5" junior. Jenkins at the line. Shot is nothing but net, and the lead goes to 4 points. Gordon will bring it up.
Like the Aviators were going to drop out of that zone, but they just matched up quickly up full court. They did. They went man-to-man here, so a little different look. I think they went zone that entire first quarter.
That'll be an interesting, that's an interesting change. I don't know if it's a switch, just a switch up to change the flow of the game, or if it's something he plans on staying with.
Foul zone number 10, Torrin Fletcher. First foul called against the Aviators.
Gordon's inbound pass to Bowser. Shot no good. Gordon gets the rebound on the backside, puts it off the glass, up and in. And Andre Gordon, nice move, nice rebound. Stays with the play all the way and gets the basket.
Yeah, Gordon having a nice ball game. He's got 10 points now to lead all scorers.
Ballard sizes it up. Ledbetter loses the basketball. That's a Butler turnover. Fast break and off the glass, up and in. There'll be a blocking charge and a bizarre exchange there as Bowser gets the basket.
Bizarre is the right word. Bowser, the recipient of a deflection, gets the ball tossed right back to him. Foul called on number 11, Cameron Glover. His first, just the second for the Aviators.
And Bowser goes to the line with a chance to put the Yellow Jackets in the lead. See if he can complete the three-point play. There you see Isaiah Bowser. In and out. We're still tied. Rebounded by Glover. Cameron Glover, number 11, 5'10" guard, junior guard, into the lineup for Butler. Fields takes it to the hoop and draws the foul. Or rather, Ledbetter.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was getting called there because one official underneath the bucket blew his whistle. The other one on top called the charge. It looked like a charge, but it seemed to be the right call. As Ledbetter a little bit out of control in that one.
He likes to take it to the hoop, and Sidney just stood in there that time and stopped it.
Yeah, they've creeped right back in this game. We're even at 17. I think their first chance to have the lead.
Yep, McNeil inbounds it, and Bowser will bring it up.
As they go back to the 2-3 zone.
Three-point shot there, no good by Gallimore, rather. Gallimore gets the rebound, puts it up and off the glass, and a foul as Gallimore hustling after it and puts the rebound shot up. Cameron Gallimore will step to the free throw line. 70% free throw shooter.
That was on Ledbetter.
And the Yellow Jackets are in the lead. Fields will return into the lineup for Butler. Gallimore hits the second. James Clark, number 22, a 5'10" guard, into the lineup, turns it over. Here comes Gordon, misses the layup, and Clark gets the rebound, but we've got a foul. We have a timeout on the court. Butler will take the timeout. And that's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here and remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Fowler's TV, New Knoxville Supply, Orthopedic Association of Southwest Ohio, For You Office Supplies, Wagner's IGA, St. Mary's Trucking, Moeller Trucking, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco Sports, NKTelco, and Francis Furniture bringing you tonight's game between Sidney and Vandalia Butler. We'd also like to remind you our scoreboard sponsor tonight, First National Bank. Think first. Our replays this evening brought to you by Sidney Body Car Star. And our keys to the game segment brought to you by Bud's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. And later on, we'll be selecting player of the game for the Sidney Yellow Jackets, and that is sponsored by The Spot here in Sidney. I'm Dave Helmstetter, alongside me Greg Burning, and we've got basketball action from Sidney as the Yellow Jackets try to extend their lead. Gallimore puts the shot up, and they're going to call a charge, Greg.
Yeah, foul is on Gordon. I think it's his first, Alec Gordon. You know, it's that same thing. Sidney's getting the ball, but now on the floor, defense is playing a lot better. Just need to make some better choices offensive side of the floor, and I think they can start to build a lead against an Aviator team that I think they definitely have a speed advantage against.
And they try a little full court pressure. Field shot no good. It's
Nice
going to go
block.
out of bounds, and like you said, Greg, nice block. Aaron Fields, number 33, will inbound it. Back out to Clark. Yellow Jackets playing man-to-man. There's the steal. And McNeil takes it to the hoop and draws the foul. Number 22, James Clark, with the personal.
Fouls on number 22, James Clark, his first. And McNeil's the guy defensively, can really turn it up for Sidney. He's got long arms, great speed. In the open floor, nobody's going to get to him.
And he connects on the free throw. Substitutes for Butler. Noah Ballard, the starting point guard, back into the lineup, number 4. And also Torrin Fletcher, number 10, the other starting guard for Butler, back into the lineup. And the free throw no good.
This game has definitely taken a twist. The Aviators looked smooth and in control at the beginning. Credit Sidney for turning up the defense. It's been a while since they've scored.
Rebounded by Ledbetter as Aviators run their offense. They wanted to travel the hometown crowd, and that shot goes off the hands of Brian Jenkins, an air ball, and McNeil will toss it in for Sidney. Andre Gordon will bring it up court. Bowser in the middle to Gordon. Three-point shot off target. Bowser with a rebound and tried to put it up and knocked out of bounds as Trey Sanders, number 43 for Butler, blocks it out of bounds. Gordon to inbound it. Kicks it back out to Bowser. He'll take the three. Battle for the rebound and tipped out of bounds there by Devin Rogers for Sidney, and Butler will have the basketball.
And not able to come up with a bucket on that last possession. Still hanging on to a three-point edge. It's like Sidney going to come out in a 1-3-1 here, it looks like.
Little change up. They look like they like it. They get the turnover, so that's good. Gordon's going to take it to the hoop. No good, and Brian Jenkins with a rebound off the missed layup. Ballard brings it up. Short jumper by Fletcher, no good, but the whistle blows. That'll go against Rogers, number 22. Ballard gets it in. Shot no good by Fletcher, and the Yellow Jackets grab the rebound. We've been stuck at 20-17 for quite a while here as we're past the point of the second quarter of basketball here at Sidney. Rogers.
Oh, good pass.
Nice feed. Shot no good as Bowser was fouled. That's the kind of movement that Sidney needs.
Yeah, I don't think Bowser was ready. Ball came to him because he could have went right up with that one and got the bucket without even the defense getting to him, but great drive and dish. He'll get a chance to shoot too.
Yeah, nice pass by Gordon. Let's see what Bowser can do at the line. Lorenzo Taborn comes back into the game for the Yellow Jackets. Rogers goes out. Bowser connects on both free throws. Sidney, the lead is at 5, and Yellow Jackets are gonna, looks like they're gonna slip back into that 1-3-1.
Aviators keeping Ledbetter on the bench. I think he picked up his second foul early in that second quarter.
And when they do a little defensive switch like that, they really need Ledbetter in the lineup as an offensive threat, that's for sure.
Foul was on McNeil, his first.
Ballard tipped away by McNeil. Nice defense by McNeil, and here come the Yellow Jackets. Rogers right side. Bowser runs a cut inside to get it back over to Gallimore, who takes it and hits the shot.
Nice drive down the lane by Gallimore. He's really good in the paint.
Cameron Gallimore came into the game averaging 12.8 points per game. And they will call the charge on Torrin Fletcher.
I wasn't sure what the call was going to be. It took a little bit for the officials to decide there.
They kind of looked at each other to see who was going to take that one. That's Fletcher's second.
We talked earlier about the speed of Sidney. Defensively especially, it's really starting to bother the Aviators. They've not gotten a shot off in a while, let alone scoring points. That extra pressure, that little 1-3-1 has really mixed it up enough for Sidney to get some turnovers. You got a lot of guys like McNeil gets his hands in the lanes. Gallimore is very active. So is Gordon and even Bowser. They actually got like a lot of wing guys out there. They're quick. As you see Ledbetter come back in for the Aviators.
Yeah, the little defensive scheme that Sidney's using, switching from the man-to-man to the 1-3-1 and back, that really troubles Butler. Gordon with the basketball. Andre takes it inside, back out to Gallimore, back to Gordon. He's open. Rebound Taborn loses the basketball, and number 43, Trey Sanders, has it. Up court comes Ballard. Ballard. He'll take the three off the iron, no good. Nice hustle inside as Bowser grabs the rebound. Here come the Yellow Jackets on the break, and there it is. Andre Gordon with the basket.
Nice defense leads to a quick open court possession for the Yellow Jackets. They score again.
Largest lead of the night for the Yellow Jackets. 8 points coming to right back at them, and shot no good. Second shot no good, and Sidney had a shot there twice to take a 10-point lead and did not capitalize. This will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here with 1:05 to go here before the half. Sidney with a 9-point lead. We'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school boys basketball. Today's game can be seen on NKTelco Cable Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503 on Friday, December the 11th at 11 p.m. and Sunday, December 13th at noon. We'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the fine sponsors bringing you tonight's game between Sidney and Butler. Fowler's TV in St. Mary's, New Knoxville Supply, Orthopedic Association of Southwest Ohio, 4U Office Supplies, Wagner's IGA, St. Mary's Trucking, Moeller Trucking, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco Sports, NKTelco, and Francis Furniture bringing you tonight's game between Sidney and Butler. 9-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Gordon's quickness comes up with a basketball. He gets it down court to Gallimore, and there'll be a foul, and the quickness of Sidney really starting to prevail here.
You watch that 1-3-1, and they are committing 3 to 4 guys up above the three-point line, and the Aviators not really even looking to get the ball at the high post area, which is about the only place you're going to be able to go to break that out. And Sidney taking advantage.
And the free throw by Cameron Gallimore is good. And Sidney now has their 10-point lead. Second free throw also good, and now it's 11, and a Sidney substitute into the lineup. Number 2, Damian Duff. We'll see his first action of the night for Sidney. There's the trap. Ledbetter. Sanders. Fields. Sanders. Rebound inside by O'Neal. And boy, the trap there, it just pinned him against the line, and I can't get it inside. It's very tough for Butler.
Yeah. 3 attempts there at the bucket. Couldn't get it to go. Finally come out with a foul against Fields. His first, but the 9th on the Aviators, so 1-1 for McNeil.
McNeil will bank her home. Has a smile on his face after that one. Daryl McNeil, his second free throw. Tipped out of bounds, and the purple and gold of Butler will have the basketball.
They've been sitting at 17 for a long time, as we mentioned. They hardly even get a shot. That 1-3 zone up until the last possession really doing its work.
There's I think that's the first field goal of the second quarter for Butler.
You're right.
They finished the first quarter with 16 points, I believe. So Sidney will set it up and go for the final shot here as the clock goes under 10. Gordon with the basketball. He'll go to the top of the key. Bowser will take an open 3. And Isaiah Bowser, with a couple seconds on the clock, connects. And it's a 13-point Sidney lead as we go into halftime, the largest lead of the night for the Yellow Jackets. Our halftime score, Sidney 32, Vandalia Butler 19. We'll be back right after this.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
NKTelco Sports, Ohio's leading sports broadcasting company, is dedicated to sports coverage, filming over 120 collegiate and high school sporting events that bring quality content and excellent sportsmanship to the big screen. Team up with us as an NKTelco sponsor and receive many benefits: commercials that will be seen by thousands of viewers, multiple name mentions, live web ads, monthly bill stuffers, and discounted network ad insertion spots. Packages are available for any budget. Contact us today.
Innovation, it's all around us. NKTelco developed a fiber network in our communities over 10 years ago when the competitors were only thinking about it. Increasing bandwidth to make it convenient for the whole family to enjoy online entertainment and gaming. With our IPTV solution, you can enjoy over 80 HD channels, providing quality TV and movies for the whole family, and even take them on the go with our Watch TV Everywhere app. All this from a company that believes in local customer service from people you know and trust. NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
Need a good night's sleep? Here at Francis Furniture, we fulfill all your needs and wants with a huge selection of quality, low-priced furnishings. We guarantee our mattresses will give you the best night's sleep ever.
We're back here at Sidney, where halftime has found the Yellow Jackets with a comfortable 13-point lead, 32-19. Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me, Greg Burning, who's been poring over the first half statistics.
Yeah.
And he has it covered from A through Z, Greg.
You see him there on the board, Dave. As you mentioned, a very good first half by Sidney. Got some good balanced scoring as they've been getting all season long. Probably the only thing that's really troubled them is the three-point line. Did a great job at the free throw line. Only turned the ball over 5 times. You know, it's been a little hectic at times. They've taken a bunch of shots, but overall, their speed and quickness defensively has just killed the Aviators. You see, they're only 7 of 21 from the field, 8 turnovers, and that's really been the key to the game. Sidney came out with that 1-3-1 about, I'd say, halfway through that second quarter. And from there on, the Aviators have had a hard time even getting shots. They came out on fire. I think they made their first 5 of 6. And Sidney's turned on the defense ever since, and that's really been the story of the ballgame.
Yeah, and one of the things that we were talking about is Butler somehow needs to attack that 1-3-1 just a little bit different, because Sidney's flooding that front court or the back court.
Yeah, they're bringing everybody up above the three-point line. At last possession, all 5 players were above the three-point line. If you're getting that kind of pressure and the team's not recognizing it, that's great. But on the backside, you better have someone down there, because if not, one quick pass and they're going to get a layup.
Yeah, and you got some great quickness and good talent on Sidney's part, so it makes it a tough proposition for the Aviators. Second half is underway. Gordon to Bowser to McNeil. Back out to Bowser. He'll take the 3, no good, and the boards are cleared by the point guard, Ballard, for the Aviators. He'll bring it up quickly. Inside, pass back out to Ledbetter. Shot is good, and Butler gets off to a good start on their first possession.
Looked like the first half all over there again. Ledbetter got a great shot to start the ball game as well.
McNeil inside to Taborn. Boy, that is a nice play right there.
That's who you'd like to see a few more of from Sidney. A good entry pass in the post and a great finish by Taborn.
Yeah, good assist by McNeil, and Sidney's lead jumps back to 13 inside. Jump shot off the glass, up and in is Aaron Fields. 34-23, Sidney with the lead.
And that's what we just mentioned, overplay on the defense, one quick pass, and he had a layup, missed the first one.
They're trying to punch it into Taborn, short jumper, no good. And Fields with a rebound. Ledbetter. Inside, short jump shot, no good, as Jenkins' shot rolls around and out. Gordon down the lane. Nice move. Andre Gordon with the move.
He leads all scorers with 14, just a freshman.
Made that look easy, Greg.
A great move down the lane. He averages 13 a game, so he's over that.
Ballard. Ledbetter. Jenkins, 14-footer, no good, and McNeil, rebound, brings it up court. Cut off, double team. Ballard will pick up the loose basketball. McNeil tips it away. He's going to have a wide open play. Misses the layup, but Bowser helps him out. And the largest lead of the night for Sidney is 15 points.
Yeah, good follow-up there by Bowser, not to just let the play go and assume the layup was going to be made.
Shot no good by Fields. Up court quickly. Short jumper by Gallimore and around the rim, and it's
I don't think that one's going down. Well, the tempo here to start the second half has been intense.
And I think it's just the way Sidney wants it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Well, you're seeing some players for Sidney take charge, and that's great. You know, you got McNeil, a veteran player, giving him some stability there on defense. Nice assist there in the first or second possession of the second half, and Yellow Jackets responding. Let's see what the Aviators do. Ballard. He'll get it over to Glover.
If you're Sidney right now, you got to be happy because the Aviators just took their leading scorer off the floor. Ledbetter's not even out there. Without him, their offense is going to be around that guy right there, Fletcher.
Torrin Fletcher hits the jumper. He's a 5'11" guard. McNeil wants the basketball. He puts the lob up to Taborn. Put it on the floor, but draws the foul.
A nice gather by Claiborne. Tough catch. Regathered it on the entry and drew the foul against number 4. That's Noah Ballard.
And the more Sidney does that, the more Butler has to collapse. And if they do start to hit some 3 points, they can always kick it right back out.
That's right.
Taborn with the free throw. Lorenzo is averaging 11.5 points per game. Coming into tonight's game, 6 rebounds per game in the first 4 games for Sidney, who stands 3-1 on the year. Misses the second. Sanders gets the rebound, and Ballard will bring it up court. Ballard looking at that 1-3-1 zone defense. There's the trap. Long range jumper.
Fletcher trying to carry this team.
Fletcher is the offense.
That's right, he had the last 5. He's now got 10.
McNeil in the middle. Taborn, he'll put it up. Shot's good, and Taborn muscles it in, and boy, they start doing that. It gets real tough for Butler.
You got a feeling Coach Slaughter said maybe we should look inside the second half, and so far it's been very successful for Sidney.
Long range jump shot, no good, and Taborn clears it. Outlet pass. Gallimore, short jump shot. It's a little bit short, rebounded by Johnson, and Ballard brings it back up court.
I think you hit it earlier. This tempo, you have to feel favors Sidney heavily, as they forced quite a few turnovers in the first half.
Sanders hits the short jumper over McNeil. Gordon looks to the bench for the signal. He'll take a 17-footer and does he have to call it?
That's right. Now when you got 16 points and leading all scores, you just walk away like you meant to do that.
Ballard over to Sanders. Back out to Johnson. Jump shot by Fletcher, no good, in the battle for the rebound. Let's see, it's going to be Sidney basketball. Zach Ledbetter will come back in the game, a 6'4" junior forward for Butler. He'll come back into the lineup. 13-point difference in this one as Gordon brings it up court. Butler in a 2-3 zone. Bowser back over to Gordon at the top of the key. Pass goes astray, and Sanders now has the basketball.
Going to be called for the foul. I believe that's just his first against Sanders. Second team foul of the half against the Aviators.
Taborn goes out, and he had a pretty effective performance here in the third quarter as he catches a breather as number 22, Rogers, comes back into the lineup. Devan Rogers to play the post for the Yellow Jackets. Short jump shot by Gordon, no good. Going to go off of Gordon, and the Aviators will have the basketball.
A nice move by Gordon, just unable to finish.
Tell you, Gordon certainly has a bright future in front of him.
Yes, he does.
Got a timeout on the court. Going to be a short timeout, 30 seconds. Vandalia Butler will take the timeout, and it's a 13-point Sidney lead. And we'd like to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Fowler's TV, New Knoxville Supply, Orthopedic Association of Southwest Ohio, 4U Office Supplies, Wagner's IGA, St. Mary's Trucking, Moeller Trucking, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco Sports, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, all bringing you tonight's game between Sidney and Vandalia Butler. Our scoreboard sponsored tonight, First National Bank. Think First. Our replays brought to you by Sidney Body Car Star, and our keys to the game segment brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. And our player of the game that Greg and I will be selecting is sponsored by The Spot here in Sidney. NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are also pleased to bring you replays of high school boys basketball. Today's game can be seen on NKTelco Cable Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503 Friday, December the 11th at 11 p.m. and Sunday, December 13th at noon. After the timeout, Butler comes back with the basket.
A nifty little play there by Noah Ballard.
And the Yellow Jackets go into their offense. Rogers, he's going to make a nice move. Nice move by Devin Rogers to the basket.
And that's something you haven't seen from their offense. That is patience. He caught that ball, settled a little bit, let the defense get its position, and then made his move. And that was very, very nice play.
Fletcher with the shot from outside, no good. Battle for the rebound. Sanders puts it up, rebounded by Rogers. Or rather by Gordon. Gordon will take it. He'll lose the basketball. Taken away there by Fletcher. Fletcher up court. Shot partially blocked there by Rogers, and there's a foul on the play, and let's see what the call is. It's going to go against Sanders, which should be his second.
That is his second foul, the third now on the Aviators.
Brian Jenkins comes back into the lineup for Vandalia Butler. And for Sidney, number 2, Damian Duff. Also into the lineup, Bowser, number 1. In the lineup, he's on the baseline with the basketball. Going to be a blocking foul on Bryant Johnson. 6'5" forward. Gallimore gets the pass inbounds, and he has the basketball now. Outside jump shot by Bowser. Shot no good, and the rebound comes down to their point guard. Up court quickly to the sophomore Johnson off the glass. No good. Ledbetter with a rebound, and he'll draw the foul. Zach Ledbetter with the rebound, draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line.
He's got 11 now for the Aviators. Mentioned it earlier, you get the ball to him around the bucket, good things happen.
Jenkins battles for the rebound, but it comes down to Bowser. Gallimore up court, number 4. Jump shot is nothing but by his net for Bowser. Lead back to 13.
Pretty shot there by Gallimore, gives him 11. He's having a solid evening.
Ledbetter, feed to Jenkins off the glass. It's good as Sidney tried to, little trap defense. Aviators trying to make it an up-tempo game as well, trying to climb back into it. Gallimore down the lane. Shot no good, rebounded by Johnson. McNeil tips it back out. It's going to be Butler basketball.
Fast and furious, up and down we go.
Alec Gordon comes into the game for Sidney, number 21. Ballard over to Sanders. Jenkins, long jump shot, no good. McNeil with the rebound. Half-court jumper, it's no good, and the third quarter of basketball is history. The Yellow Jackets enjoy a 11-point lead. Our score, Sidney 47, Vandalia Butler 36. We'll be back with more basketball.
Take a drive to the premier Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership at Bud's in Salina. Enjoy our huge inventory, including the Ram 1500, Jeep, and Chrysler Town & Country. Top-rated Ram dealer in the surrounding area. Convenient 6-day service center with Saturday hours, Monday through Thursday until 8 p.m. Bud's has an extensive business link vehicle offering with the Ram ProMaster 4500, 5500 truck series. Stop by Bud's today at Route 127 in Salina.
Our communities are filled with history, culture, and ambition. People who put others first. We are a bank that is defined by what we do, not just who we are. We build relationships. We grow businesses. We support communities. We advise the people that matter most to us, our customers. Stop in at any of our 5 locations, sign up for internet banking, or download our mobile app to better serve you. We can assist you with your next loan, personal accounts, investments, or business needs. Think first. First National Bank. Member FDIC.
Sidney has the basketball to start the fourth quarter of play, and Gordon, the freshman, chats with his coach. And
I was just going to say the Aviators ain't going to be able to sit in that zone very long.
That was an 11-point difference.
And 1 quarter to go, you're in the last quarter. Sidney got him out of it pretty quick.
Yep, didn't take too long. Oh, my, what a move.
Wow.
What was that, Greg?
That's a freshman.
1, 2, 3,
right?
freshman basket. Holy smokes, folks.
Wow.
Save that one, guys, for the replay. I'm not sure I believe that one.
He's got some moves, that's for
Wow.
sure. He is lightning fast.
I'm surprised in high school they didn't
Look
call
at
that a travel.
Checked it again, yeah.
Oh, see.
When you're that athletic, you can get by with that. I never had that problem, so.
I guarantee you I never did. Wow, that was a pretty move. I'm still talking about it. McNeil, he thinks about it. He gets it into the table, or rather Rogers. McNeil back over to Duff. We got a whistle. We have a timeout. Sidney will take a short timeout, but we'll take a break. We're going to take a look at this replay. That would be great. And our replays tonight are sponsored by the Sidney Body Car Star. Wonderful move there by the young freshman as Sidney takes the timeout. What's the timeout about?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe to see how they wanted to run the play.
They want to give us time to run the replay or what? I mean, why are you taking a timeout? I'm just curious. Sidney's got some nice momentum. Great,
I think coach is concerned they were running that offense, pulling it out, run some time. At this point, you can almost, I don't say you do layups. There's 6.5 minutes to go, but you could definitely be patient, get some hard screens. You could probably get some layups at the basket.
Oh, Rogers,
there's one right
there's
there.
A feed right there. Beautiful play. Holy smokes.
That's why they took a timeout, I think. That was nice.
Beautiful play. Alex Gordon with a basket as Andre Gordon gives him the feed, and the margin is now 15. Ballard, short jump shot. It's the backside of the basket, or the backboard rather, and it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Vandalia Butler basketball. 6:25 to go. Sidney with the lead and shooting for win number 4 in 5 games. There's a steal by Gordon. McNeil. He'll handle it out front. Gallimore picked by Ballard. Ballard with the layup.
A nice clean steal there from Ballard.
Gordon will take it to the hoop and draw the foul. And I tell you, Sidney only has 1 team foul, if I'm reading the scoreboard correctly here in the second half, and that's I don't know. I think it ought to be full court man-to-man defense time for Butler.
Yeah, absolutely. You're running out of time, and Sidney's pushing all the right buttons. And as long as this guy's got the ball in his hands, he now has 19, lead all scores.
And you got a few fouls to burn, so you're going to have to get into that. Get into the 1-on-1 as best you can if the lead stays the way it is. And like you said, Gordon at the line, that's a pretty safe bet. He gets the roll, lead goes back to 15. Ballard. Over to Fields. Fletcher. Ledbetter. Be a reach on Cameron Gallimore.
Second foul on Gallimore. As Dave mentioned, just the second team foul of the half for Sidney.
Ballard with the inbounds pass. Fields. Fletcher off balance shot, and he connects.
He's made some nice shots. He now has 13 on the game.
Tipped away, but the Yellow Jackets maintain the basketball. Gallimore to the rim. Shot is short, and the rebound comes down to Fields. And Ballard. Back over to Fletcher. Ballard will set it up. Fields with the basketball. Aaron Fields. Ledbetter.
Gallimore almost comes up with a steal.
You know, the defense on Sidney really is so much better than it was earlier in the game. They're playing a lot harder, a lot more aggressive,
No doubt.
really into the flow and, you know, fighting for that loose basketball.
Got their hands in the passing lanes real well throughout the whole ball game.
Rogers gets the rebound after the missed shot, and McNeil, he'll run the point. He'll get it to Bowser. Bowser goes to the left side to Gordon. Gordon, 15-footer, got it. Alex Gordon with a jump shot. And a whistle.
And a whistle.
And a whistle.
I think he just wanted some substitutions in the game. I'm not sure what that was for.
I guess you can do that these days, right?
That's right. You got stripes on it, you're standing on the court, you can.
Okay.
Never did see what that was called for.
I think it was to do just what you said.
You give that call to the official. Could you stop playing real quick? I don't want to take a timeout.
Taborn knocks it out of bounds. Taborn wanted to get back in the game.
I
That's
know,
the whole
right?
thing.
That was great.
Ballard will inbound it to Ledbetter. They try to get it into Sanders, but it's a turnover. And this is Rogers. Back to Bowser.
Nice.
Off the glass. Beautiful move by Isaiah Bowser.
A nice dish. Way to give it up. Good unselfish play there by Gordon.
17-point lead. Fletcher.
Good
no
defense.
good. Taborn with a rebound. Let's solve this one. What is it? 5. Taborn.
Just his first foul. It's going to send Torrin Fletcher to the line for a pair.
Fletcher didn't know what hit him, Greg. He'll step to the line. Fletcher, a nice-looking ball player for the Aviators, and he hits on the free throw. The second one also good. They'll put some pressure on, but Sidney handles it easily. Gordon's been hot. Oh, baby. Now you got 2 Gordons hitting.
That's right.
Sanders. Nice move by Trey Sanders. He hits the jump shot. Foul will be on Fletcher.
That's his third foul.
Andre Rogers goes out of the game. Gets a nice round of applause from the hometown crowd. Taborn off the glass. McNeil to Taborn. Lead is at 18 points as Fletcher takes the jumper and hits.
And the pace continues. Nice dish.
Taborn, they're going to do that the rest of the game.
That's right.
Long range, no good. Ledbetter off target. Fast break, Sidney. Gallimore, short jumper. Yellow Jackets are on a roll.
I think the Aviators are finding out that the tempo was not a good idea.
Do not get behind on the Yellow Jackets. Jump shot, Fletcher.
Fletcher is rolling now with 19. And they got him on the board as 18. I have 19, but
Gallimore. Oh, tried to get it to McNeil. Gordon saying I was trying to give you an assist.
That's right.
Get an assist that time. Wholesale lineup changes for Butler and also now for Sidney's making a few, though I must admit the Yellow Jackets are a relatively deep team. 2:25 to go in this one. 18-point lead, and the substitutes are upon us.
they are definitely upon us.
Clark, he saw action in the first half. He'll throw it away. That's a turnover. Josiah Hudgens will toss it inbounds to Gordon. Hudgens with the basketball. Will draw the foul as Johnson, number 12, commits the personal. That will put the Yellow Jackets into a 1-and-1. As Rogers goes out, gets a nice ovation from the Sidney folks. Hudgens at the line. A little bit short. Vandalia Butler with the rebound. Clark inside Johnson. Short jump shot, no good. Back out to Stockdale. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound. Jacob Cooper with the rebound for Sidney.
Sidney has put together a pretty nice overall game here. Little delayed start. Great move to the bucket.
Hudgens, nice move. Shot no good. Outside jumper, no good. Got a battle for the rebound. Brady's in there. And Derek getting a little playing time. Hits the turf. And it'll be Vandalia Butler basketball as Johnson will inbound it as more substitutes come in. Number 11, Raymond Daniel in the lineup. Number 12, Austin Freisteller. Short jump shot. Driving layup is good as Glover hits the shot. Oh, they call a charge.
The charge have been a bounty here tonight.
Tough call for Glover. And the Yellow Jackets substitutes run the offense here in the final minute of basketball. 18-point Sidney lead, and the Yellow Jackets really after that first quarter, Greg, really turned it on.
Yes, they did.
Solid second quarter, but a beautiful third and fourth quarter.
Their defense, I think alone was the big story. They really turned it on. And
rebound and the shot no good. Johnson with a rebound. We'll see who the foul is on. Foul will be on Derek Brady. They have more numbers in the game than I have on my roster.
I can agree with that. Bodies everywhere.
Yep, lots of playing time, and that's great. Jump shot is good by Glover. Long range three. Austin Preisteller, he hits it. What a way to end. And
That's right.
The Sidney student section loves every second of that jump shot. And we have a final score, 19-point difference, and the Yellow Jackets come out on top. Our final score, Sidney 69 and Vandalia Butler 50. We'll be back with a wrap on the stats right after this.
Hello? I've been in an accident. My van's not drivable, and I have my kids, and they need to get to school,
Ma'am.
but I can't.
Ma'am, relax. We'll take care of it.
Thank you.
At Sidney Body Car Star, we don't just take care of your vehicle, we take care of you. With Enterprise Rent-A-Car on site, we get you back to your daily routine with minimal interruptions, returning your car and your family back to normal. Sidney Body Car Star. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Is it time to upgrade your inefficient system? Then let New Knoxville Supply install new water furnace geothermal. Calculate your savings and see how you can save up to 70% on your heating, cooling, and hot water costs. Save even more with the 30% renewable tax credit. Water furnace geothermal from New Knoxville Supply offers the safest, cleanest, and most efficient means to heat and cool your home. Call us for a free estimate and be sure to ask us about the Water Furnace Symphony app. It's all at newknoxvillesupply.com.
I happened to pivot wrong and hurt my knee. I ended up tearing my ACL. It hit me pretty hard because I love playing lacrosse. I met my surgeon and he made me feel confident about being able to get back into playing lacrosse. They always just took such good care of me, and they really were confident in what they were doing, which made me feel confident that I would be able to get back to playing lacrosse.
We're back here at Sidney High School. Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me, Greg Burney, where we just witnessed the Sidney Yellow Jackets with a nice performance and a 69-50 league win over Vandalia Butler, and Sidney goes to 4-1 on the season. And Greg, give us a little bit of the numbers of tonight's Sidney win.
Well, before that game, we talked about the balance. As you see the numbers up there on the team. In the last couple games, Sidney's gotten 3 or 4 different guys in double figures. They did it again tonight. Bowser had 11, Cameron Gallimore 13, Taborn 11, and Andre Gordon with 20. So you get that kind of balance, good things tend to happen. And you see there, field goal wise, they did a pretty good job. 3-pointers again. A lot of that's first half. They were 4 of 14 in the first half, only turned the ball over 8 times. You know, we talked about it as the third and fourth quarter rolled on, that the Aviators were playing that zone, and it was working when the game was close. When they got behind and had to come out of that, and then there's almost like they encouraged the game was over. When they started running, the game was completely over because Sidney is way too fast for them. And for one point, a couple possessions there, they had 4 guards on the floor in Taborn. Quite a bit in that second half, and you could see it. They could not keep up.
Once Sidney went away from the 3, started to drive to the basket, game over, because their quickness, their ability to just play the game of basketball really was dominant.
They have something you don't see in a lot of rosters, and they got 2 or 3 point guards. I mean, you can have Gallimore run the point. Bowser did it a little bit. McNeil can definitely do it. Heck, Gordon could do it. I mean, they have several guys that can handle the ball, and more importantly, they can drive and dish. And they got a lot of balance. They got a couple good guys in the paint that do a nice job. If they can continue to share the ball, and like in the first half, we saw that 1 pass, 2 passes, and a shot. When they get away from that more like they did in the third and the fourth quarter and make that third and the fourth and the 5th pass, you're going to see a lot of W's from this team because they're going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable game to watch, to see Sidney get in that groove and then just take off. Great win for the hometown crew. And, oh, yes, we don't want to forget about our player of the game tonight. Our player of the game is for Sidney, freshman Andre Gordon. And he will get a gift certificate for being player of the game, sponsored by The Spot here in Sidney. So, Andre Gordon, our player of the game. And
lots of good things.
Lots of good things.
Coming from that guy, is he just a freshman, 20 points on the night. I believe coming into the ballgame was their leading scorer with 13 points a ball game. But really athletic, very good at the basket, shoots the ball well. I think Sidney's got a lot of potential with him in the future, and this whole ball club for that matter.
Yeah, future looks good for Sidney. They moved to 4-1 in overall, and a league win tonight, which is important as they move their season along. We would like to thank the sponsors for tonight's game: Fowler's TV, New Knoxville Supply, Orthopedic Association of Southwest Ohio, 4U Office Supplies, Wagner's IGA, St. Mary's Trucking, Moeller Trucking, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco Sports, NKTelco, and Francis Furniture, bringing you tonight's game between Sidney and Vandalia Butler. We'd also like to remind you NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school boys basketball. Today's game can be seen on NKTelco Cable Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503, Friday, December the 11th at 11 p.m. and Sunday, December 13th at noon. Also like to thank our crew this evening, our camera folks tonight. Andy Bundy, Jason Zerker were on the cameras. In the truck and producing and directing tonight's effort were Bryce Hamrick and John Quellhorst. Thanks to them for a great job. My name's Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me was Greg Burning. Our final score once again here from Sidney. The Yellow Jackets 69 and Vandalia Butler 50.